So here we go again. It's Coach Ken, and I'm on my way to work in the morning, bright and early. And latest news on Sarms are getting banned. So I don't know. You know, it's one of those things that we're repeating what we did years and years ago with the pro hormones. Sarms are a viable option to anabolic steroids, and I'm not condoning or saying I'm pro or against Sarms, but you know, a lot of people rely on these things. They've been studied for years and years. As you know, Enhanced Athlete has stopped all U.S. distribution. So, you know, now it's scarcity time. People be running around. But I want to get you guys' opinion on what you feel about this because, you know, if they're safer than what steroids are and no one's getting hurt by these compounds, people have been using them for years. Patients in the hospitals, that's what they're originally made for. SARMs were based for people that are wasting away in hospitals, losing muscle tissue, but they wanted to find a better source to use other than anabolic steroids, which were fairly safe for the most part, unless they're abused like anything. And I don't know, how do you feel about that? You know, it seems like it's a repetitive thing with the government. They want to take control of a lot of things. They step in when they feel like they want to. I'm not saying they shouldn't. That's part of their job. They want to regulate and take care of things and make sure people don't hurt themselves. But so maybe it's a good thing. You know, what do you think? I'm kind of torn in the middle. I think it's good and bad on different angles, and I think it's good because at some point someone's going to hurt themselves, probably. Maybe someone has, and I haven't heard that, or you haven't heard that. It's not something that's going to be in national news. But I think on the flip side, we'll see the repetition of the ban of the steroids where, you know, back in the day, the bodybuilders who used steroids like Arnold and Columbo and all those guys, they didn't take a lot. There wasn't a lot of steroids available to take. So as they took these steroids, they took mild dosages, so to speak. Some people took a lot more, what they could get their hands on. But over time, as they became a controlled substance, now they're more prevalent than ever. So I don't understand why the government doesn't think that that won't happen again. They're going to take away the SARMs. Here's what I think is going to happen. Here's my prediction. They're going to try to take away the SARMs. It's going to take a long process to classify what these compounds actually really are, what they do. There's loopholes in the writing. Lawyers, whoever write the you know, I guess dissertations. I'm not sure exactly what that's called. I'm not a lawyer, but when they write down the details of what these things really are and what these compounds effect have on people, how are they going to classify exactly what a SARM is? Because they haven't been able to do that yet. Yet they're trying to put a control act together to ban a substance that they don't know how to fucking classify. So, I don't know. You tell me. You know, what's your opinion? Please subscribe to my channel. You know, put your comments below. This is a big deal. You know, I don't know if people are out there trying to band together and say, hey, you know what, enough's enough. And I think that's a good idea. I don't think we should riot and protest and flip cars, but you know, I think someone should start writing some letters and maybe have some of these high-profile people in the industry, you know, maybe the Dave Columbos and some of these guys out there that, you know, have been around for a while. Or Rick Collins, hey, if you're out there, man, you know, the bodybuilding world needs you at this point. You know, I don't know what we can or can't do, but there's got to be something. You know, I think a lot of times politicians will throw their weight around and say, hey, you know what, this is what we're going to do, and the public goes, oh, gee, we're screwed. Yeah, because no one fights up. So, I mean, no one fights back. If the government's for the people, by the people, then, you know, maybe we have a right to stand up and say, hold on a minute, why don't we regulate these things and put them in a different category, create their own category maybe. Personally, what I think we should do is take the SARMs. I don't know about making them illegal at this point or any point because they seem to be fairly safe. And I think that if they put them in a category of just SARMs or maybe anabolic supplements, consider them somewhat safe, use at your own risk type thing, you know, I don't know, maybe make them a prescription. That's the biggest deal. They couldn't make them a prescription because the testing they went through did not pass FDA compliance. So they sat on the market for a long time and they held out and they can't prove this and that. So they're in this gray area, you know. So, you know, I'm really not sure. I hesitate to put this video up quickly because it's you know, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to say. I'm a little upset about it because I don't like control. Like Dr. Tony Huge always said, you know, don't take away my liberties and my freedoms, and I think that's a fair statement. So, you know, the future of SARMs are in our hands, people. I think we need to reach out and maybe band together. Like I said, write some letters, talk to politicians. Maybe there's got to be a politician out there somewhere that says, hey, you know what? Maybe we should do something. Another thing I thought of too was with ephedra and pro hormones. You know, they banned them, they made them illegal, but you can buy ephedra, you can buy pro hormones. They're still out there. And the biggest dumbass thing I've ever seen in my life is DHEA is a pro hormone. It's always been on the market. It never went off the market, yet it's still a pro hormone. So, I don't know. That's kind of comical. I guess we'll find out soon. It did take about 10 years for pro hormones to go away, but now they're back in different forms. So there's always going to be a way. There's always going to be a loophole in the system for everything, not just SARMs. It's just the American way of doing things in our world. So I hope everyone enjoyed this video. I apologize, it's premature at this point, but you know, the word needs to get out there. The videos are starting right now. You're seeing they're starting to go viral. There's a lot of talk about what's going to happen when they're taking them off the market. Also, I've heard that Ostarine is most likely going to be a prescription drug. So I don't know what they'll do with that. Well, maybe they'll prescribe it as a testosterone. I don't replacement. Who knows? Anyway, hope you guys have a great day. Stay lean. Keep training hard. Coach Ken. Check out my Instagram page at CoachKenX.com. Please subscribe to our channel at Enhanced Coaching. Hope you guys have a great day. If you have any questions or comments, please post below. Take care.